Today's episode of The Breakroom was sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes launching your own website a breeze.
Honestly, when they were like setting up Cold Harbor, I was like, man, this better be something good because they're really setting it up and it better pay off. And then I was like, well, they did it.
Now get yourselves ready for Berg's opinion.
Oh, God.
Okay.
There's a lot about Severance Season 2 I really liked, but it's kind of like Alien Earth for me.
How dare you?
Yeah. Welcome back to the Break Room, everybody! Huzzah! Last week, we took a look back at the films of 2025 and ranked how we felt about them as the year ends. So we decided to do the same thing with the TV shows of 2025 and see if they match our expectations from the beginning of the year. Now, Gina has told me that she's written particularly dumb introductions for all of us today.
Oh boy.
She made it very clear. Abby, back me up on this. She really said I had to sell them.
I said they were great, and now Berg is making fun of me. Attack him, chat.
It's not mockery. I haven't read them yet. So I'm just letting you know I'm going to lean into these extra hard because Gina requested me to.
Do.
Joining me on the panel today, she'll put anyone who didn't watch the Pitt in the hospital. It's Gina Ippolito.
I've kicked Berg in the shins 10 times today.
And also, she watched Daredevil and was officially born again. It's Abby Freel.
That's true. Yeah.
And he only has eyes for Wakanda. It's Zach Huddleston.
I warned you.
I did watch that show.
Beautiful. Okay, and I'm Berg. I didn't get an introduction. What the four of us are going to do is go over all the TV shows that we watched over this year, mostly the ones we covered on the channel, and rank them on a tier list on how we felt about it. And now here are the categories for the tier list, just to give us all a set of expectations. At the top, it was amazing or had to watch it immediately on release.
Okay.
Next up, it was good. We had an overall positive feeling about the show. After that, it was a show.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite category. I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff into that category.
It was a show.
Yeah, so we'll put shows that either we had neutral feelings about or mixed feelings about in that category. Next up is disappointing. Shows that didn't quite hit the mark. And finally, for all the stinkers, we have the bad or wasn't worth the watch category.
Oh, wasn't worth the watch is such a harsh. It's like, I wish I had my life back.
Yes, I could have spent my time otherwise.
Yeah, I could have.
I don't doubt there's plenty that belong in that category, but and we are maybe unusual in that there are certain shows we have to continue to watch for work.
Yes.
Because in my own personal, a show that is not good, I will never finish.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that feels an obligation to finish something if I get 3 episodes in and it's very bad. But I don't know. Do you fall into that category?
You know, sometimes it's a mix for me. Like if there's strong or weird word of mouth, like I will just put it out there that I watched the first episode. A lot of people were talking about this show on Netflix called Wayward. And I watched the first episode because people kept talking about it. And then I was like, why are people talking about this? And I looked into it and it was because people were like, why are you still watching this show? I just finished it last night because I was like, there's got to be a reason that people watch this all the way through. There has to be an awesome twist at the end. And let me tell you, there was not.
Yeah, see, I'm guilty of once I start it, I have to see it through to the bitter end. So, but I think, and this is probably true of the bulk of the shows we'll discuss today, kind of fortunate here in that we don't hate watch anything as a company.
Oh, yeah.
We're not covering shows to bash them. We're covering shows we already are kind of excited about for some reason or another.
That is true.
I tend not to get saddled with too many stinkers. Books, it's different. I'll pick up a book just because I thought the cover looked cool. And then all of a sudden,
do you finish them?
Yes, 400 pages later.
Wow, that is a
it'll
time
take me
commitment.
2 weeks of complaining about it in therapy. It's a whole thing.
Berg's therapy sessions are just like, I'm reading this book, and his therapist is like, for God's sakes, Berg, it's been 10 years.
It is truly.
You just talk about books. This
90%.
is not what therapy is for. This is what a book club is for.
She gave me a book recommendation today. Okay, so before we get into it, we want to get
The Hobbit?
Yeah, it's The Hobbit. Yeah. She was like, you should check out The Hobbit. I was like, I don't think so. I have a hard time with fantasy. Okay, before we get into it, I want to give a quick plug to nerdriot.shop. If you'd like to support the channel and get some merch for you or one of the nerds in your life, it's the holidays. Check out our tees at nerdriot.shop. We got the horror masks tee.
Face your fears.
Face your fears. Zach's rocking it for our witching hour. Also,
more timely than ever.
Yeah, if you're into horror and witching hour, Gina has a new video out on Gremlins. Just came out this morning as of taping. Please check out nerdriot.shop. And if you already own one and you happen to be wearing it right now, you're a super supporter. I give you a pat on the back, super supporter. We thank you for your support.
I was watching your Gremlins video earlier, Gina. Great job. It was a very good video. Did anybody else have a Shih Tzu dog growing up named Gizmo? Because I had a brown and white Shih Tzu that we named Gizmo because they kind of looked like a little bit like a Mogwai. And then like I every time I mention that, somebody's like, I also had a brown and white Shih Tzu named Gizmo. Yeah. It's like maybe the most common Shih Tzu name.
Hell yeah. Bring back naming dogs Gizmo. Is that still a thing? Bring it back.
We nicknamed my dog, one of my dogs looks a little like Gizmo. We call it Gizmo.
I'm glad it's still a thing.
Okay, so let's get into ranking. We have let's see, a couple different ways to go through. I think we should start with, because there's a lot of people asking about it in the chat, and it just ended on Sunday.
Okay.
Welcome to Derry season 1.
Oh yeah.
Very fresh in all of our minds. How did we feel about it? Abby, I'm going to start with you.
I hated it until the end.
Okay.
What?
I had a love-hate relationship with it. I complained about it every week. It was the worst part of my Monday. And then at the end, I was like, "Oh, this I'm excited for season 2."
Wow, Abby, that's a weird.
I want to hear what your complaints were.
I know. I can't tell if it's because it scared you or
the scares were it was kind of giving scare of the week.
Okay,
and then I was just getting so frustrated with the prequelness of it all, and it was okay, well, this character is going to be fine, but in 30 years they will get brutally murdered by the clown, or everyone,
their children will be cursed.
It just was kind of
you didn't like the stakes. You didn't.
And I would say that's a great point, and I do think I shared some similar frustrations, though I might have enjoyed the show a little bit more than you. Horror TV is hard to do.
Yeah.
Right? The core things that work about horror content, like the tension, the high stakes, whatever, are hard to maintain over 10 or 8 or however many hour-long episodes, right? And when it does work, that's why it's so special, like those early seasons of Walking Dead or the first season of Last of Us or whatever. But usually it doesn't work, right?
That's why I think this was so good, though. That's why I liked this one so much, because I do think it's hard to nail every week.
Yeah.
And I think they pulled it off, and I think they stuck the landing. This is one of the tops for me here. But I also was helping with the breakdowns, reread the book, rewatched It's chapter 1 and 2, rewatched the miniseries with Tim Curry. So I was fully immersed in Pennywise.
I think I'm somewhere in the middle of the pack here, because I definitely liked it more than Abby.
Okay.
But for me, I watch a lot of horror movies, but not a lot of horror TV.
Okay.
I thought that when it was good, it was so fun, and Pennywise was such a fun villain with just a weird oh, I hate him. That stuff I thought so really worked, and I love a horror villain that's not just a merciless predator. It's playing with its food. But a lot of it, I think, was, in the way that Stranger Things kind of the original season of Stranger Things was very much doing a Losers Club. A lot of it, I was I've seen this before, but it's because Stranger Things was aping it,
Right, exactly. It was it's when things become derivative of each other. It is it's like a snake eating its tail, because Stranger Things did sort of rip off the original It book the original miniseries and parts of It's chapter 1 and chapter 2. So then when this did something similar, it was oh, it does. But I will say, as a huge Stephen King nerd, I think this is a really satisfying show for people who know the Stephen King universe, because there were so many, Eric does a great job going into it in the breakdown, but there are so many Easter eggs, not just about it, but about the Dark Tower, about The Shining, about Tommyknockers. It's the whole universe. So it was one of those things where I was hee, no one else will get this, but I get this. Yeah. And that adds a level of excitement to me that maybe I forgave parts of it that were less good because of that. That bike ride through the cemetery, I think, was the low point of the show.
Yeah, I was saying with the finale, I really liked the finale overall. I thought it was just started at 1,000,000 miles an hour and kept going. But the show really likes to use fog, and it doesn't look good.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a TV budget and TV time constraints, so like certain things don't look as good as you want them to.
But the parts that, like, I thought the baby in the first episode looked fantastic.
The whole first
the
episode.
pickle dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is great. Whole first episode to me was great. But yeah, I did overlook some of the more like, oh, maybe the CGI here wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Because I love that extra layer.
Can I throw out, would it have been better as a 4-episode series?
No.
Can you imagine if, like, take out the entire cemetery episode, remove the weaker parts. Maybe you have to drop an entire storyline or something like that. But like, basically, if it were the length of the 2 films,
Right. Yeah.
I don't think so, because I think that in an instance like that, like, you're not going to care when certain characters die then. I love movies, but it's really hard to make you care about certain in an ensemble cast. Like, even watching like It's Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, I'm like, oh, Eddie's dead. But like, I wasn't like, oh my God. Whereas like, I mean, when you know, I'm about to spoil Welcome to Derry, but like when Richie died, I was like, I will find that clown and I will avenge him.
everybody's about to forget.
It's true.
You can't spoil a show when we're all programmed to forget about the tragedy instantly.
Okay, so where do we put the show collectively, Brian? If you'd be so kind as to pull up the tier rankings. I'd say it was good.
This for me was like a watch it as soon as it dropped type of thing. Not just because I was doing the breakdowns.
Brian moving it back.
Nah, I don't think it made it to that level for me. I would say it belongs in the it was good category. Yeah, maybe near the bottom of it was good. We'll see if anybody else creeps up into there. I know we're disappointing Gina, but...
No, I actually picked that because I knew all of you were going to love it.
Oh, okay, you had to. It was a negotiation tactic. Yeah.
Yeah. Haggle our way down.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe one way to do this, that was kind of the chat picking that. Do we want to nominate shows?
Oh,
Could that be another way to go?
You want to nominate one?
Go down the, well, only, and this has been a while because it was early in the year, but I got to talk about Andor season 2.
That I think
Pull
was...
it up, baby, because that is my like number 1 draft pick for probably my favorite show of the year. I just thought like the way it, like the ambition of it, talk about like storytelling over like a long sweep of time, using these characters, like pulling genuine emotion from them and like surprising me and like finding cool ways to execute. You know, it was a weird release strategy there too with the kind of the batches of episodes. But like, and I usually don't like that. I'm usually like, stick to one a week, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
But it kind of worked, I gotta say.
I mean, I did, talking about like, have to watch it the night it comes out. I would clear my whole night to watch those 3 episodes of Andor every week.
You mean like you would be like, okay, I won't play video games for the next 3 hours.
Yes.
I'm clearing my social calendar.
That's a big sacrifice
Honestly,
for her.
for me, yes. And making Anne get out of the room because she hadn't seen it yet. I mean, for me, I think that I had rewatched season 1 right before season 2 came out, just to kind of like get back up to speed on it. And, for as much as season 1 has that No Way Out episode where you have like the incredible speech from
Andy Serkis
and Skarsgård.
Oh,
those are both
that's
the same
right.
episode.
That's right.
And like that's a pretty that to me is like one of the finest hours of TV you can have. It's right up there with like the best episodes of The Wire, or Breaking Bad, or Sopranos. I think that the 3 episode arc with the Gorman massacre and thereafter in Andor absolutely exceeds that.
Also,
and it was crazy to me.
Like other parts of pop culture this year, like strangely resonant with current events some of the time.
Yes.
Also, like it's an image that like one of the first 3 things I think about when thinking about season 2, and it's like a dialogue-free image. But like the end of that one episode where Mon Mothma is just dancing.
Yes.
You know, like realizing her life is ruined and like everything's awful. And she just, the way she communicates and processes that is by like dancing.
She's like throwing herself into this like reckless abandon
with
of the
the
wedding party. It's like so crushing.
We were all Mon Mothma.
Yes, the cool like space techno music playing. Like, I mean, again, just a beautiful image. And like they stuck the landing too. I thought it like
agreed.
Yes.
And also another instance where you knew everyone was going to die.
Yeah. I I mean, I'll say after the finale of Andor, I immediately watched Rogue One and then
Same.
went immediately from Rogue One into just the first half hour of episode 4 because I was sleepy. I couldn't do the whole thing.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, you'd cleared your whole night.
and my whole night, I wasn't even powering up my Xbox. But it's a testament to the strength of Andor. And, you know, Abby, you were talking about like it feeling a little prequely, where like Andor was so good, it makes Rogue One better. And then those combined are so good, they make the beginning of episode 4 weighty in a way it wasn't my entire life. You know, and that's really impressive. So I loved it. I loved Andor. Okay, so let's put that in the bottom tier.
No.
Let's say bottom tier.
I mean, that was a first night watch, but I could hear other people if they wanted to advocate for it was good.
It was also a first night watch for me.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I think if anything's gonna get it, it's this.
And again, not to tip my hand, but Star Wars shows have been more miss than hit for me. But this one was all hits.
Yes,
for
this
sure.
is-
Yeah,
that
Star
was-
Wars shows have seemingly been difficult to nail.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is even better.
I don't know what Tony Gilroy is working on now, but I'm down for it.
I hope
Whatever it is.
I hope it's like luxurious retirement. Like, I want to see more stuff from him, but like if he was just like, hey, I did it, and he dropped the mic and left after Andor season 2, I'm happy for him.
One of our sponsors today is Squarespace. If what you want for Christmas is a professional-looking website that's easy to build, customize, and update, then Santa's going to fill your stocking with Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one tool that gives you all the ingredients you need to make a website that looks good and does whatever you need it to do. If you're selling goods or services, Squarespace can help you untangle digital payment platforms with just a few clicks, making it easy to start receiving payments right away using popular payment methods like Apple Pay, ACH Direct Debit, Klarna, and more. If you're not a graphic designer, don't worry. Squarespace's design intelligence tool makes it so easy to get your website looking just right. It combines 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology. Every Squarespace website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, so you show up more often to more people in global search engine results. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/breakroom to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Yeah, Abby, would you like to
Abby,
nominate
Let's
a
let
show?
Abby
nominate a
pick,
show?
yeah.
Ooh.
Here, I can scroll through this list on the
Yeah.
prompter if that helps you remember what came out this year.
Well, in honor of my name, I'll do The Last of Us season 2.
Ooh.
Oh, I think we're gonna have some hot takes on
What
this
Yeah.
one.
What
Yeah.
are your thoughts, Abby?
So I played the first 2 video games
Mhm.
leading into watching season 1 last year and then season 2, and I didn't hate it as much as everyone else.
Season 2. you're
Season
saying.
2.
Yeah.
Season 2, yeah.
It started, it was like a separate opinion of like, as a person who played the video games, like it's maybe not the best. And then it was also like just
Mhm.
not up to the standard of a Sunday night HBO show.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of stuff was underdeveloped.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that is a show that I feel like needed 24 episodes in the alternate universe where we still get those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or certainly more writers involved.
Or
Yes.
like 3 episodes alternatively, and then come back with the rest
Zach
in 9 months.
always advocating for
only
fewer
to say,
episodes.
only to say the first couple episodes of the season were great. Like you get the giant swarm
Yeah.
attack on the Montana town.
true.
There's
That's
obviously
true.
the big Joel scene
Yeah.
episode. It's when they get to Seattle, the show just.
I think for me, and like Abby, I played the games. The second game is like Moby Dick level meditation on like revenge and its consequences,
Yeah.
just in a different medium.
Yeah, yeah.
But I truly think it's like that level of obsession. And one of the things that the game does so well with the character of Abby, no confusion with the one sitting here at the table.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, Abby's dedication to her quest for Joel is mirrored in her physicality. She spent her whole life getting yoked so she can hunt down and kill this dude.
Yeah.
I love Caitlin Dever as an actor. I think casting her was a mistake. I think for her to be the shortest person in every scene really mitigated how much threat you felt coming off of her. Although I felt her line delivery was great. It was just an immediate thing where it had to suspend disbelief. And then on top of that, didn't do the game justice, didn't live up to the first season of the show. I thought was great.
Yeah.
Didn't live up to the first season of the show, you know, felt meandering. They were afraid to make any of their characters unlikable. The whole arc of the games is the first game, you love Abby so much, you sacrifice the world for her. The second game is you start out loving her so much, it forces you to hate her. And they weren't willing to do that in the show.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Ellie, yes. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes, my mistake.
I
Yes.
did sort of hate her in the show. I will say that like I played the first game. I did not play the second game because it dropped during the pandemic.
Yes.
When like my dad was like sick and a lot of people were like, wow, this is the most depressing game I've ever played in my life. And I was not in a headspace to deal with that during the pandemic.
Why are you a weak person? What's up?
Yeah. I was like, listen, I think that was like the point in time where I was like, I'm just gonna rewatch Ted Lasso over and over. Like I couldn't handle like playing the game and getting invested. So I do often think that like a lot of like shouts of like miscast, this miscast, that I think like, are sort of like toxic people online.
A lot of them
doing
really
that
are, and
thing.
I gotta stress, like,
And
I'm
that's
not
not
trying
Berg.
to.
Yeah. Berg is their king. No, but so like I do understand, like the whole like, this was miscast. I think for me it was because it didn't like come into play in the show. Like it wasn't like, oh, she has to be yoked because she's constantly doing hand-to-hand combat or something. So like as someone who didn't play the game but knew the plot, I wasn't like, well, she needs to be yoked here if she's gonna physically like capture someone. But for me, the best parts were with Joel. And once he was dead, like if you have a show like Succession and you kill off Brian Cox, you're like, damn, I'm gonna miss Brian Cox. The rest of this cast is so stacked.
Also, they only killed him with one episode in the show left or whatever, right? Like,
yeah. Like,
spoilers for Succession.
Well, they actually did. They killed him like kind of early and then had
That's right.
It's a couple before.
Like they killed him before anyone thought he was going to die. But the rest of the characters and the rest of the plots were so compelling. And I didn't feel that way in The Last of Us. The most compelling thing was the relationship between Joel and Ellie. And once he's gone, I was like, meh.
Yeah. This is an interesting one because like technically this was watch the night of for me. But now some of that
I was angry.
hate watching. Or not hate watching, but just like disappointment watching or whatever.
For me, this was a disappointment, but it's still a show. It was like it ended up for me being a nothing burger. It had some highs, but ultimately was a nothing burger.
That big town clicker attack
was great.
It was great. That was fantastic.
I don't think you can build a whole like show around like, hey, that one moment was cool. Now I've got to watch 10 more hours of it.
You nominated this, Abby. What would be your tier?
I'm like teetering between it was good and it was a show.
Okay, I'm probably in between like it was a show and disappointed. So I think
I'm on Gina's page.
Okay, I'll split the clicker baby here. I'll say it was a show, or maybe bottom of it was a show.
Yeah.
Sure, if we get some other ones,
yeah.
And again, like I loved season 1.
Same.
Yes.
I loved season 1.
Part of that is like we are holding season 1 against season 2.
Yeah.
Because season 1 was so good.
It was also like, and I loved the game before season 1 came out. It was like, I know that you are capable of adapting this well. What happened?
Yeah, and also you see shades of that. I mean, Joel's whole speech about like, hopefully I can do a little bit better than my father did, and hopefully when it's your time you'll do. I was like, this is the greatest freaking speech in a show, and then everything surrounding it. It's like putting like a little bit of caviar in the middle of like 2-week-old McDonald's fries.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Honestly, and you're like, ooh, I hope this doesn't touch the caviar. It's so good at that.
Yeah, ooh. He's aged like McDonald's fries.
Right? All right, Gina, let's have you nominate a show. Let's see. I'll scroll through the list here.
Yeah. Let's see. You know what? I'll go. I feel like I'll go with a wild card here. Let's go with Marvel Zombies.
Yeah,
that's a wild card.
This is kind of. Oh well, I'll let you speak on it first, Gina.
I always sort of like these animated Marvel shows. I thought this was great. It's always fun to see major characters just immediately be killed off. I think for what this was supposed to be, it was super fun. Like the moment when you realize that all of the Asgardians are like eating dead flesh. Like I was like, hell yeah, like bring it on. This was just a good time in my opinion. So yeah, I dug it.
Agreed. It kind of exceeded my expectations. Like the reverse of The Last of Us, my expectations were set so low. I hated the what if seasons, right? Because I thought they were like it's like a misuse of the
Of What If,
opportunity
yeah.
of What If.
But the Marvel Zombies episode of season 1 was arguably one of the better.
That
of the
is
whole
true.
series.
That was
Yeah.
And I think like the bright spots of Marvel Zombies were like, play in that sandbox more, right? And have fun with it. Like, the head only characters and the whatever,
Scott
right?
Lang.
Like, I think like,
was it Doctor Strange or Scott?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Scott. Yeah.
though I will say like what probably keeps it from being like a top tier show for me, being weighed down a little bit by the What If lore. I kind of wish it was just like a much more straightforward zombie show and not like you kind of needed to know all the stuff that happened in the What If episode to fully understand it. And I didn't love the What If episode lore at least. And like the limitations of the art style that's been well covered and stuff like that. But I do think it definitely exceeded my expectations. Abby, what did you think of Marvel Zombies?
It felt like the Kang Dynasty movie that we're never gonna get. Because I loved like the girl team up. Sorry to call it that, but what it was like Kamala,
Kate, and
Yuri. And that was really good, and that was like really fun. And I don't know if we'll ever get that.
We teased it at the end. Like there might be more of it in the future.
Yeah.
Or even in live action. I don't know if we'll get that. So I enjoyed that stuff. I enjoyed spending time with those characters in that world. But it was like, okay.
Yeah, Marvel Zombies fell in the same tier for me as the Predator Killer of Killers. So I was like, I don't want anything more. I don't want anything less. I'm happy to be here, and I won't think about it in 2 weeks.
That is a perfect, like, it's not lingering. Like you're not like, wow, I'm gonna be thinking. Like sometimes I'll watch like Black Mirror episodes, and a year later I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah, you're like, I am reviewing my memories.
Remember that Black Mirror episode? But like, this is something that like while I was in it, I was enjoying it, and then you like go home and brush.
But
it
I also
off.
don't think it was pretending to be anything anymore.
No,
that's a strength
I agree.
for me.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yes, exactly.
No, I will say it was there's been a trend in 2025 of the Marvel Disney Plus shows that is unfortunately continuing into January of next year of them dumping these shows with little to no fanfare, batch dropped, almost no promo, almost nothing like that, which is like, I don't know if it's because all of them are remnants of previous regimes. If there's been a shift in their strategy with Disney Plus.
It makes it hard for me to watch because instead of like watching an episode and getting excited for episode 2, I'm like, well, now I got to clear out 4 hours. And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm watching it on a plane 6 months later sort of a thing.
I'll also say a lot of these shows have something in common that a lot of people have noted on Twitter. A lot of them are POC-led shows.
Or women. Yeah,
or
like certainly
Kiko, Ironheart.
Yeah, they're doing it with
Wonder Man.
It's not a great look. And I realize that like, it coincides with when Disney was making decisions to do more diverse shows. So it might just look like, oh, hey, we're dumping all the things of this certain era, but it certainly is not a great look.
Also a bummer that it's like, hey, we'll get to the diverse shows later.
Yeah. We'll dump the diverse shows so you can get to the stuff you want to watch.
Yeah.
Also, all these shows I enjoyed. Like, they're not, it would make sense if you dumped it, but like something like Daredevil Born Again, which I would argue, did not really exceed anyone's expectations.
No. Yeah.
Because of a lot of issues behind the scenes. Like, if you had dumped that all at once, I would have been like, yeah, I get it. It had 2 different showrunners and it was like really, so maybe they dumped it so they could get into season 2 faster. These other shows, no reason to dump. No reason to dump them. Eyes of Wakanda was great.
No one knows about it though.
It was great.
Should we, I don't want to skip anybody's nomination process, but while we're talking Marvel, well, I guess first we need to place Marvel Zombies.
Oh yeah, let's place Marvel Zombies.
I thought it was good.
I would put it was a show, but I would put it ahead of Last of Us.
Yeah. I could see that.
Right.
I would say it's good, but I think my own review of I won't be thinking about it in a year probably does.
I agree with you that it's like, it was exactly what I wanted. So that's why I would put it in. It was good, but I get
it could sneak up a tier if as we talk about.
I get the exact same thrill from Marvel Zombies I did from Cosmic Invasion, which is like I played it incessantly for a week and then I was done. And I loved it. Yeah.
Eyes of Wakanda was already invoked. Should we go ahead and talk about that?
Yes, let's talk about Eyes of Wakanda. Now, this one I haven't seen, so I will leave this to Gina, who I believe invoked it.
I thought this was great. I thought the different animation style was gorgeous. Like they didn't do a same thing that
Much
like,
better animation
Yeah,
style,
much
right?
better animation style. I thought like the twists on characters we had seen, like Iron Fist, like showing a new Iron Fist was bold. I thought they tied it into the MCU beautifully in the end with that shot of Killmonger, like standing at the artifacts, and you're like, oh crap. Like they even handled a potential time travel story well, which is very hard. I think in 4 episodes, it was gorgeous animation, gorgeous storytelling. So for me, this is like one of the top Marvel animated shows of the year.
I agree. I really liked it. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it had cool action. And like, this is what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Telling these like kind of alternate or different time period Marvel stories that don't need to directly connect to the current films.
Agree.
And things like that. Again, it was kind of tossed off. Batch dropped.
Yeah.
No promotion, no promise of future seasons or any continuity or anything.
Which
like
also,
that.
given the pedigree involved, insane, right? Like,
Yeah.
Same with like Ironheart. If you have Ryan Coogler doing something and you're like, we're gonna just like dump it, just like.
Especially in a year where he put out Sinners.
I know. And like they like want to keep him pleased, and then they dumped one of his shows, and like the voice cast on Eyes of Wakanda, great. Like, why are you dumping all these high pedigree shows? It's crazy. Disney, you're making a lot of bad decisions lately.
So true.
Yeah. I would put this with Marvel Zombies, and it was a show. But it could also creep up into it was good. Or maybe I could be convinced.
I
Gina.
liked it better than Marvel.
Same.
Okay, would
I
you
liked
say it was
better.
good? It should be in that tier?
For me, it was good.
Yeah.
This is one that I would actively seek out to rewatch.
It was also like kind of because of the genre and the there was only 4 episodes, right?
4.
Yeah.
A breezy watch, basically like watching a film.
Can't overstay its welcome with only 4 episodes.
Right. Yeah.
And they were short.
They were short.
Episodes that were fun, like action-y, yeah, beautiful. And then to finish out, let's go ahead and get into Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Season 1, we're very close to the release, we think, of season 2. Maybe that's a March. We don't know exact dates, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if part of the reason they're batch dropping Wonder Man is to clear weeks out for a quicker release of Daredevil. But I think it's probably just Gina's theory of someone at Disney is like, I don't know.
I mean,
like,
again,
the exec before me
They were
greenlit
just
this.
making this show. It's not like it's been sitting on the shelf for years and years, and it's been a turkey the whole time. Like,
It really seems like probably every day, Disney execs write in and tell us if I'm right about this. It seems like at least like once a week, they're like, hey, let's discuss like a binge drop model that Netflix does versus a weekly model that HBO does. A lot of people subscribing to Netflix, but HBO shows are getting a lot of Emmy noms. And then they're like, should we compromise and just like poop them all out with
We actually have a couple.
Or do them in chunks?
We have a few Disney execs in the chat here.
Okay, great.
At Bob Iger.
wow, I like your handle.
Yeah. It's at Bob Iger 69. Yeah.
Could be anyone.
There's 68 other Bob Igers.
I think like the Born Again season 1, definitely disappointing. Not to speak for anybody else, but like disappointing for me.
Came in with a lot of hype from Marvel and a lot of fanfare.
And a lot of hope on our part, right?
Yeah.
Because of the goodwill of the Netflix series and the talent involved.
Oh, I loved that Netflix.
And like it was coming off of Agatha, which was like a series that like, most people liked and like we all loved. But disappointing in that like seemingly didn't deliver on like as good as the old stuff or really deliver on like, but this is what the new stuff is like.
Yeah.
Right? Like kind of teasing things that like could have been played as mysteries or like unsolved riddles or something like that. But no, they were just open-ended nothing burgers.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I really think that Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, when those first couple seasons hit on Netflix, like Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin was pretty revelatory is maybe too strong of a word, but was like just such an interesting, sad take on a villain character. Like he was just this kind of angry and depressed guy,
who like had childhood trauma.
Yeah, he was like so traumatized he's gonna gentrify Hell's Kitchen because he's mad, and getting him into a position of power and the stuff with his wife, I thought were like interesting places to put it, but it just never really kind of, I never really kind of got that I was never more excited watching the show than I was watching that scene in the trailer where they're at the diner being like, I'm watching you, you know?
Yeah. I mean, to me, like, I have high hopes for season 2. I think, like, you know, as someone who, again, was helping with the breakdowns of this, I rewatched all of that Netflix series and The Defenders. So I came in with high hopes, but I had also heard the rumors about, like, it had been going in a completely different direction with a different showrunner. They had other scripts. And you can tell when you're watching the show, like, oh, this was shot for the old version, like when Fisk and Vanessa are sitting so far apart on the couch, and like that was clearly a recast.
One of them was in Toronto,
right?
The other one was in Atlanta,
and it's just like part of the genius of the Netflix series was it makes you feel like you're there, like you're just so close and so tight on everyone, and just the nature of like Fisk is over here and Vanessa is over here. Like I was like, oh crap. But I get it. They had time restraints and they threw out a bunch of scripts, which always sucks.
And they got hit by the strikes.
They got hit by the strikes. So it was just the perfect storm of things going wrong. So given all of that, I think that they did as good a job as they could. I love the return of like Bullseye. He's like one of my favorite characters from the original. Yes, this was a disappointment for me because of all the things that I said. I genuinely think season 2 is going to be a banger.
Yeah, I mean, I do think like the season 1 like kind of felt like a letdown, but it did feel circumstantial.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. It wasn't like, oh, the writing is bad. Like it was just like, oh crap, this was the perfect storm of everything going wrong for this show all at once.
Yeah.
What did you think, Abby?
I felt like it was a straight to DVD sequel of the Netflix one.
This is Return of Jafar.
Like where it's like it's a
3?
Disney movie and it doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
And they got like a knockoff voice to do the voices.
It weirdly like felt cheaper, and like probably a lot of that was like reshoots and whatever. Agreed, but I do hold out a lot of hope that like a lot of those rough edges. It felt like, it's funny comparing it to one of my favorite shows of 2024, The Penguin, right? Which is like similar tone, similar settings, but like well executed with like a clear vision and voice that was lacking from Daredevil.
Yeah,
right?
you're totally right.
Yeah. So do we put this? Definitely belongs disappointment category.
I think.
God, I think so.
Yeah, I think this might be our first disappointment.
Yeah.
We still have a whole category below disappointment.
That's true. How bad does it need to be?
No, we might not have picked enough shows to fill that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know.
That covers all the Marvel.
Ironheart.
Oh, Ironheart. We should then let's talk Ironheart. Anybody have any opening thoughts on Ironheart?
Ironheart to me was like a delight. This was sort of the opposite of Daredevil because Disney had shown so little faith in it.
Yeah.
Basically, like they weren't promoting it. They weren't talking about it. Even in like meetings that I had for Disney, like they would bring up Daredevil, but they wouldn't bring up Ironheart. So it seemed like everyone was like, shush, pretend it doesn't exist. So I went in with the lowest of expectations and I was like, this is a delight. I love this actress. And like also just like the whole show to me is worth it for that Sacha Baron Cohen performance.
Yeah.
So this exceeded my expectations and I like it. And I wish Disney had given it a proper, just full court press of promoting it, dropping it one a week, leading up to that big Mephisto reveal, because I think it would have left a better taste in people's mouth than it did.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think the hype train part of Daredevil is part of what set the stage for me to be disappointed. And likewise, like for Ironheart, without that coming in, I like Dominique Thorne, right? That's the actress's name, in Wakanda Forever. I thought the Sacha Baron Cohen stuff was super fun. For me, it was a show.
Yeah.
You know, like there was nothing in it that I can point to where I'm like, I didn't care for that,
right,
you know, like,
right.
but it didn't like blow my mind, you know, it's not something I really thought about a lot once I was done watching it.
Yeah, I could see that.
It felt like a 2022 show, like when it was filmed, and it feels like old regime.
Yeah.
And I was sad because I enjoyed it, and I was sad. It ends on a cliffhanger that will never get resolved.
Yeah.
And so it made me more sad than anything.
A missed opportunity.
Yeah.
So what category should this be? It was a show?
I think it was a show.
It was a show.
Yeah.
We put this ahead of Last of Us season 2?
To me, it's ahead of Last of Us.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe right there in the middle, right after Marvel Zombies, or ahead of Marvel Zombies?
That's a good question.
I'd put it behind Marvel Zombies, but definitely ahead of Last of Us too.
Yeah,
Okay,
same.
let's try it in the middle there. We
Yeah,
can see how we feel about it. Okay, now that kind of concludes our the Disney Plus Marvel 2025 slate.
It was tough.
We got high hopes next year.
Wow,
Again,
all right, yeah.
Daredevil season 2, Vision Quest, X-Men
Yeah.
97 season 2, some hot shit coming
Being
down
a
the pipe.
Marvel
I'm
fan
also
is-
really excited about Wonder Man.
Yeah,
And Wonder Man.
it is feeling a little bit like being a fan of the Jets in the aughts. You know, like Tom Brady and the Patriots are out there, but you keep going, this is our year. We got Pennington again. He's back. He's not injured.
And we should say
Pronounced Paddington.
Producer Brian put together a spreadsheet where he had all the shows and we clicked. And we're probably going to start getting into territories where not all of us have watched some of the shows that get nominated. So people might recuse themselves. But Gina, I don't know if you ever got to nominate a show for
I
discussion.
did. I think I nominated Marvel Zombies. So I think it's
okay.
Berg's
Yeah.
turn.
To
I'm
Berg.
not nominated. I'll nominate Alien Earth,
Okay.
which
Ooh.
is it's a difficult one for me to place on this because the stuff about it I liked, I loved.
Yeah.
And the stuff about it I did not like, I really did not
I'm
like.
I think
exact same stuff.
same. It was definitely like, it's that weird thing of like, it was appointment viewing for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was
same.
not going to skip any episodes,
Same.
but also they consistently kind of disappointed me or frustrated me, especially, I think that's one of the worst finales.
The finale was particularly bad. It left a
Yeah.
really bad taste in my mouth.
But but that eyeball, I want to see a show all
Yes.
about that. Like Berg said, the things that were good were so
Timothy
good.
Oliphant.
Yeah.
Babu Cisse.
Yes. A lot of good stuff.
I want Oliphant, Babu Cisse, and the monsters to have their own show.
Give me the eye guy spinoff.
None of the kids and none of the asshole billionaires.
This had like good ingredients, but didn't converge into a delicious dish.
No, and we talked about a lot even on Breakroom. All of the replicant or synthetic or whatever kids were hard to watch.
Yeah,
It got
I had a
tiring
tough
after
time. Yeah.
one
I mean, for me,
episode.
it was the main dude that was like
The boy Cavalier or whatever.
Yeah, like I get and this was another one where like, oh god, I love Noah Hawley so much. I love like
Yes.
Legion season 1 so much. So I had like really, and I love Alien, and I think it's after coming off a few really strong Alien movies, but like that guy and his performance, like it felt like he was just forcing the quirk versus like naturally.
Didn't feel like a real dude.
Yeah, and then like all the Peter Pan stuff, I was like, damn, dog, we get it.
This is my main complaint: is in an alien show with 4 new species of alien plus a xenomorph. We got more Peter Pan lore than we did eye guy action.
or xenomorphs.
Or
There's
xenomorphs,
barely any
yeah.
xenomorph in
But
that
again,
show.
when that eyeball made that sheep stand up in his hind legs, I was like, eat it,
Again,
inject it
really
straight into
high
my
highs on the
eyeball.
show.
Yeah, like the sequence where like the eyeballs in
Yeah,
the sheep
exactly.
and it like tricks the kid into
God,
coming into
it's so
feed it.
so good.
That sequence was so tense and so good, and then it'd be like, Ice Age 4 or
Yeah,
whatever.
some really odd choices.
And the flashbacks to the ship were really good.
Yeah,
Again, it
that
was
was
like
great.
half of the show was a really good show.
Yes.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure because it was appointment viewing for me, but frequently after those appointments, I would be disappointed.
Yeah, same. Same. It's a show?
I think it might. Oh God, I don't know if I can give it. It's a show. I might.
Wow.
I might have to put it disappointed.
Oh,
And this is a show that had things in it I loved.
I'm not
Same.
gonna fight you. That feels low, but
To me, this
You can
I
talk
think,
me
I
up to
think,
it was a
I
show.
think this was better than The Last of Us. In my opinion,
Okay.
this was better than The Last of Us.
Actually, I agree with that.
So, like,
yeah.
while I don't disagree that I was disappointed, I think we can't put it in disappointed if we're gonna keep Last of Us where
That's
it
a fair
is.
point. I agree.
Yeah.
we'll have to revisit the it was a show category. Brian almost hinted at it there. We might need to reshuffle some of those. Okay, let's come back to Abby. Do you have another show you'd like to nominate?
Let's see. Let me scroll through this list here.
Let's see.
You can see some. We got Gen V, The Pitt.
Man, I feel like I'm being uncharacteristically
Severance.
harsh on things here.
Yeah.
Pluribus.
Most of these shows are good, and I'm excited that they got produced and released. I'm gonna say Gen V.
Okay.
All right, tell us, Abby. Your thoughts on
Now I
Gen
have to
V?
think of my thoughts. I liked it.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
feel like people outside of the show were getting very stressed about Marie.
Mhm.
And that was like stressing me out. Like, just like, oh my God, how is she, like, she's going to defeat Homelander. And it's like, not a big deal. No one cares. And it was like, just let this show exist.
Were you like
Yeah.
at the gym in a hive of
Yeah.
Marie stress? Like, what's going
It
on?
was just, everyone was getting so stressed both in the show. And like, I feel like the
Yeah,
discourse was
yeah.
like, Marie is too powerful And it's like, no, that's not what the show's about.
Yeah. I
And-
think this is the death of media literacy.
Yes.
The fact that people really thought that a character on like a side show was going to kill off the character on the main show is
Yeah.
insane. I'm sorry. Your media literacy is terrible, people.
Yeah, no, but I really liked it. I feel like they handled the death of
Chase Perdomo.
Yes,
Chance
which-
Perdomo.
some shows have not done stuff like that as well.
Yeah. I will say those writers did not have like he passed away like going to set to shoot scenes, which means like everything was already written, which means that those writers had to rewrite stuff on the fly. I will
They'd
say
written
like
6 episodes of the show, I thought I read.
yeah, I mean like he
Yeah.
was going to shoot the show, so then they had to like very quickly, again, not an enviable task. I will say that like I love the boys universe. I love Gen V. I loved season 1 of Gen V. To me, like this season with the addition of what's his name for Midnight Mass?
Hamish Linklater.
Hamish
Yeah.
Linklater, like he really highlighted the fact that maybe some of those younger actors aren't awesome. Like he's so good. So when he's like in a scene with some less experienced actors, you're like, oh, this looks like an acting student doing a scene with their teacher. And I will say like it's not the show that The Boys is. I still desperately want them to greenlight a season 3 because I want to see where it goes. But this wasn't as strong as season 1 to me. So it was a little bit of a disappointment. I still loved it.
I'd agree with that. I really liked it overall. I totally hear you on Hamish Linklater and just, backtracking to Alien Earth. Like, whereas Boy Cavalier felt like a quirky assemblage of quirks rather than like a human.
Yes.
Hamish Linklater, it was just able to
Naturally.
live in that
Yes.
character.
Perfect
and the
comparison.
nastiness and the
Yes.
pride and the snide attitude.
Perfect comparison.
Yeah, I didn't think. I think I agree with you that I probably preferred season 1 of Gen V, but I really liked this season, and I particularly, whereas we were talking about like Daredevil had a lot of stuff happen behind the scenes that made the show difficult. So did Gen V season 2,
Yeah.
and to be able to handle the death of one of the leads in a way that was like still made that death like in universe and activating,
but
kind
not
of forcing
icky.
what's going on. Yeah, not in a gross way.
Yeah.
That scene between Hamish Linklater and the actor who plays Polarity,
Yeah.
I thought was like really touching and just a very human way to like, your kid pissed in my coffee. I loved him. you know?
Yeah.
Like
You're
that
right,
was
you're
that
right.
was so good to me. So for me, I'd say this was Gen V season 2 was good. Not mind blowing, but good.
Yeah.
I think it was a
I
good
agree
show.
with that. I agree with that.
I was also going to say Hamish Linklater made Ethan Slater's performance disappointing.
You didn't like SpongeBob?
No.
Oh,
Bach?
SpongeBob.
I didn't watch Gen V, full disclosure, but I just watched all the Ethan Slater scenes.
You wanted to see him walking around in that diaper.
Yeah. So do we have a category for best diaper? Big full diaper. Yeah.
Yeah, I put this in the good
yeah, I
category.
put this in. It was good for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
For sure.
Gina, back to you for nomination.
Yeah, I'm going to nominate what I think and hope is a slam dunk because I feel like I've been uncharacteristically negative for 2025. So I'm going to nominate The Pitt, which was probably my favorite show of the whole year. After hearing Brandon around the office be like, Gina, you got to watch The Pit.
It was like he was working on commission.
Yeah. Every
The
person.
amount that this guy advocated person to person that everybody needs to watch the Pit.
And like
Yeah.
so many times a week, part of me went like, "Oh, did they release like a new episode?"
No,
It's
he just
Brandon's
loves
still
it.
going on about that last.
Yeah.
one.
I will say I have now rewatched it twice because I have turned into Brandon. Once I finally gave in to the Brandon of it all, and I was like, fine, if it'll get Brandon to shut up about it,
Yeah.
I will watch it. And then I was like, damn it, I love this. I have now convinced other people to watch it who were like, we got to watch The Pit again. And I'm like, yeah, let's get on it. To me, it's so great. And it's made better by I'm going to beat my Gina drum that every fan of the Breakroom is familiar with. Had a full writing staff, shot in Los Angeles on like a regular TV budget. And the next season is coming out in January. So it is the closest to old TV that we were used to. And it's better than in my opinion, better than all the shows that we've listed so far, which sort of proves, hey, when you have a showrunner like John Wells who knows what they're doing, or a show creator like John Wells who knows what they're doing, who hires a full experienced writing staff, and like knows about, like, he did tricks with the budget. Like, he didn't have a music budget because he wanted extra writers. That leads to good TV. So to me, this is my favorite show of the year.
Same.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know.
Neither Berg nor I have watched.
It's between this and Severance.
Wow. Okay. Yes, you're right. Severance also great, but from what we have on the list so far,
yes,
my favorite
was also influenced by some Brandon conversation.
The Berg push.
And I usually don't even like medical shows.
Same. That's the thing. I don't watch Grey's Anatomy.
No,
like I was just like, why? This isn't my genre, Brandon.
No.
Why are you pushing it on me?
It almost just feels like a broadcast show in the sense it's just universal.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of for everyone.
I mean, Noah Wiley, king of the broadcast.
He's so good. And a lot of people have pointed this out, but like that's a dude that has not had Botox and he shows every wrinkle on his face and it is glorious because he's just an exhausted doctor.
Yeah.
And it works so well. And also, like, for all you like Easter egg heads out there, if you watch it more than once, like on second viewing, I was like, oh shit, they laid this in 9 episodes ago. Also, it had like a full season order. Yeah, everything about the show, perfect to me.
Yeah.
Even the weird extras that they cast, I'm like, who's that guy? Like, that's just a weird, amazing extra. Good. It was so good.
We might be covering the Pitt season 2 on New Rockstars.
I mean, please.
Let us know it. Let us know in the comments.
Maybe I will watch it because this got conflated with Dr. Odyssey for me, where my girlfriend was watching both and pitching both to me as like, it's so awful, you got to watch it. And I was like, I don't know. But then she wound up coming around on the Pit and saying it was legit good, which just confused me more.
It's so good.
I misheard Brandon every time he spoke about it. I started watching The Sit. And it was just a guy on different stools.
It was me. I was on this stool. I was on that stool.
That's what Berg said when he meant when he said he cleared his schedule.
Yeah, cleared my schedule. I gotta go film another episode of The Sit.
Berg live streaming.
Yeah.
Abby, are we putting this in the top tier?
Well,
here?
first, I was going to say, I got confused at first because this came out the same time as The Gorge. And so I was like, there's the Pit.
They're both
and
crevices.
The Gorge. And I didn't know which one was which. I was like, they're both holes.
Yes.
And so.
And then you just ended up going and watching Holes instead.
There was
like, I'll
80s,
watch young Shia LaBeouf.
There's an early 80s, I believe, Marvel comic called The Pit. It was about like a nuclear bomb goes off and like blows a giant hole in a city that creates a giant pit. Anyways,
and then Noah Wiley rushes in and saves all the people.
And then it's like hourly medical issues. Well, I'm okay. Again, haven't watched the show, but I'm fine. If you guys feel strong enough, put it in that top tier.
Yeah, top tier, top spot so far.
So it's up there with Andor right now?
I mean, honestly, I would give the Pit the edge over Andor. And I loved Andor.
I mean, it does, though I will say this, and again, maybe we're the Luddites here. It says something about the show that half of the panel chose not to watch it.
But also won best show, whereas Andor did not.
The Emmy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're just going by Emmys, then why even put things in tiers?
No, I'm saying clearly, like, other people agree. Like, it's not just like Abby and I.
I mean, get the Gilded Age on there.
That's true.
Okay, great.
Should we do? I heard Severance invoked at some point.
We might as well talk Severance. Yeah, that's what
Abby, I think you're the one who invoked Severance. You want to lead us?
Yeah. Also, no notes. So excited every Thursday night. I got super hooked on it. Was like I was on the Reddit. Like,
wow, you're deep in it.
Yeah. And
what's that community like?
They're just
conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it was just theories and color, all the things. And so I got like very ingrained in the world, and I just thought the acting was good, the writing was good. Mm-hmm. It was a good mystery show. I know we're trying to think of mystery shows the other day, but like, oh no, just chef's kiss.
Yeah, agreed. And somehow like lived up to expectations. Honestly, when they were like setting up Cold Harbor, I was like, man, this better be something good because they're really setting it up and it better pay off. And then I was like, well, they did it.
Yeah.
Now get yourselves ready for Berg's opinion.
Oh God.
Okay.
Go sit on your stool, Berg.
I want to. I want to film. I just want to film another season of The Sit. There's a lot about Severance season 2 I really liked, but it's kind of like Alien Earth for me.
How dare you?
Yeah. Well, because Severance season 1 I thought was like such a good mystery box show. Severance season 2 started pushing at it started like feeling a little bit like wheel spinning. We're just generating mysteries to generate mysteries. Although I thought all the stuff with Gemma was like a great reveal. I thought that was really solid. But like, you know, just the episode where they go out into the middle of the woods, immediately you're like, how many people are escorting them out here? Like the logistics start to bleed in a way they do in the third act of Us.
Brain.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, well, but how is this possible? You know, and then they don't, and then that's not part of what they're interested in answering. And it starts to feel a little bit more like dream logic. And part of what made the first season work was there was a kind of weird sci-fi cold logic to it.
How can you, like, you get a full-on Tremel Tillman
He's
dancing
great
with the band.
That part's
that
incredible.
alone.
Or his when he just runs away.
Yes.
You know, like, yes.
Every choice that these actors make is.
This is what I'm saying. Is like there's parts of the show. I'm not saying the show is broadly bad, but there are parts of the show that are so good that they call into sharp relief for me the parts that don't work.
But comparing it to Alien Earth, like hurts, physically hurts me.
That's really rude, honestly.
Sorry to tell you guys, it's Alien Earth tier for me.
Oh my God! No, it's not. It's not. Is this another one you did not watch, Zach?
Yeah, I watched season 1. I have not gotten to see it. Season 2 is definitely on my to-do list, but I have not gotten to it yet.
I mean, this would be up there with the Pitt and Andor for me. I think
Yeah,
Abby too,
same.
but we're going to need to split the difference because if
This is not anywhere near Andor.
Ooh.
wow.
No
Love
way.
the drama.
Wow.
We've got to disagree about some
yeah,
stuff.
and we have to split the difference. Then this means, but 2-1 so far.
I feel like
Yeah, I think you can put it in. It was good.
yeah, you have
Top
to give us
of it
top
was
of
good?
it was good.
What else is it? I can't. My eyes are so bad. What's
Welcome to Derry. Is that what that is?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Abby's
guess.
got the youngest eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies and Gen V?
Yeah.
Eyes of
Wakanda.
Wakanda. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
and Gen V. But it's ahead of those. In the
It's
tier.
it's ahead.
I
mean,
feel like that's really rude to like even Welcome to Derry.
I
I'm kinda
think.
getting upset.
Whoa.
Abby's ready to throw down.
Yeah.
Well-
I mean, again, this for me would be in the same category as the Pitt and Andor, but I will not cry if it stays where it is.
Now,
Yeah.
I'll say this, just to show I'm not a total turd about Apple TV sci-fi. Pluribus, for me,
Oh,
is
let's do it.
absolutely in that top tier of
Let's
shows.
do just for the sake of time. Let's speed run the rest
Speed
of
run?
these,
Okay.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then we'll reassess the tiers,
Yeah,
and if we
great.
want to shuffle
Great, love
anything,
this.
okay. So everybody, maybe let's go down and name one. Just throw out the tier, and then we can maybe do some quick argue, but we'll try to get through all the rest of
Okay,
the
so
shows.
Pluribus,
okay, so
Pluribus, top tier.
top tier for a bird.
Top tier, but
Great.
bottom of top tier because I need to see how they finish it.
Okay.
Finish
Yeah.
this season.
Okay, yeah, this is one of the only shows
Yeah,
that's still
right there,
going.
Brian.
Yeah,
Okay.
currently on.
I will throw out Chair Company, which I think for
God.
me belongs high in the it was good category.
Yes, it's so good.
I have not seen it, so I defer.
Yeah, I like it there. That's
Oh my
good.
God.
That's a good choice,
It's-
Brian.
I mean, you know, Tim Robinson, either you're on his page or you're not.
We have Friendly
a lot of
Neighborhood
times I'm
Spider-Man. Oh, that's one of the ones we forgot to do for Marvel. We have Wednesday. What are the other ones that are still on there?
White Lotus.
White Lotus. Oh, yeah.
Invincible, I see. Stranger
Invincible
Things, I
and
see.
Stranger Things. Now, Stranger Things is a tough one because that is the most incomplete.
Yes.
We're really only judging the first batch.
First three, yeah.
Abby, one of those you'd like to place?
It was good.
No, wait.
No, Stranger Things.
Stranger
It was
Things. Okay.
I would agree with bottom of it was good.
Yeah, that feels right to me.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do. Had some fun elements to it. Who wants to throw a tier out for Invincible?
I'll do Invincible. For me, it was good right above Gen V.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. We're filling out that it was good category. I will throw out I started but didn't finish Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That's not much of an
It's a
endorsement.
show.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, but it was not compelling enough to keep me going.
It felt like I wasn't the target audience.
Yes, that's
yeah,
also fair.
I think maybe none of us are the
I
target
don't even know
audience.
who it's for because it wasn't even
it's for,
full
like,
on
teens.
kids show.
Yeah, it was like
To me,
kind
it
of
felt like TV 14.
or
But
well,
they don't watch TV.
Daredevil Born Again's TV 14, isn't it?
Well,
Or is that TVMA? Maybe bottom of it was a show.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're probably
Yeah.
underrating it.
Brian
We can be
audibly
disappointed.
reacting from behind the camera.
Brian
where
is the
would you
target
put
demo.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, you place it.
Did you like
Producer
it?
Brian, how do you feel?
Oh, he wants it, and it was good.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
how
defer,
was it?
I
Show.
defer.
It was a show.
And then White Lotus, the Thailand season, loved it.
Loved
but,
it.
I would put that top tier for me.
To me,
I
it
did
was,
not see it. I
To
can't
me, there
speak
were
to
a
it.
couple of reasons why it wasn't top tier, but I do agree. I would put it at the top of it was good.
Yeah, and I think it was like it had some inconsistent beats. The ending I thought was so good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I loved all the acting.
Maybe the best
I loved,
season finale of anything I
Yeah,
watched.
this is a little personal bias for me.
Yeah, maybe
so.
mid of that tier for us. And then I did not watch Wednesday season
I did
2.
not watch
I-
Wednesday.
I've seen Wednesday. and
Are
it
you
was
the
a
only one?
Yeah.
I saw season 1.
Yeah, same. I saw
Yeah.
season
It was
one.
a show.
It was a show.
Wow.
Okay, there we go.
With apologies to Wednesday that none of
Yeah.
us except
So now-
Abby watched it.
Yeah.
Let's go through, reevaluate our tiers. Okay, the top tier, which is like appointment viewing, blow your mind, make your week kind of a thing. We've got the Pitt, Pluribus, and
Andor.
Season
Yeah,
2.
I mean, agree. Those all deserve that top spot.
Yeah.
I still think Severance kind of deserved to be up there, but
I think, yeah. What is the audience saying?
Brian, can you be the tiebreaker here?
I love Severance.
The chat keeps saying, Berg, your takes are good. We approve of your takes.
I think
All
only
your
because
jokes are funny.
Also, the it was good category is so bloated right now. I'm fine. Let's bump up Severance.
Bump up
I think
Severance.
we
If
can
Brian
bump
is
up-
also on board and loves Severance.
I think we can bump up White Lotus too.
Ooh, okay. I don't
Abby
hate that.
pitches a bump up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Even
Okay.
it out.
And then it was good. We've got Chair Company, Welcome to Derry, Eyes of Wakanda, Invincible, Gen V, and Stranger Things.
I agree with all those.
I might even, I know this is sacrilege, I might even bump down Stranger Things.
Oh wow!
Only because it's also tough to judge it on just the beginning of a show.
Yeah.
We don't know how any of these things are going to land.
Yeah, to me, this is all about like they sort of set up so much. Like, are they going to do time travel? Are they not? That it's so hard. It's so hard for me to judge. Just
Right,
on
you
three.
kind of you're kind of judging half of the.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
even like half. It's like how they pay off what they set up in these first three will dictate it.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe we can leave it there. I
You
guess.
know what? I would agree with bumping it down, to be honest.
Yeah.
Top of the next
I
tier?
Just because I feel like sometimes they don't quite stick the landing.
And
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna all have like Game of Thrones PTSD. And, like,
Yeah.
We're all weary of landing these big
Yeah.
And
big
there's
planes.
just been-
Yeah.
I feel like there's
Brian.
been more things to be scared of than to be like,
yeah,
oh, they
you're
got
right.
this.
Yeah, you're right.
Brian's advocating for that.
Listen,
Okay,
you
he's
do-
moving
you
on.
do it.
Friendly
You do it,
Neighborhood
Brian.
Spider-Man. That's fine. Now, anything in that it was a show category. We've got Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Now we have Stranger Things. What is that third one? Oh, that's Marvel Zombies. What is that fourth one? Ironheart.
Alien Earth.
Alien
I think we
Earth.
should
Last
move-
of Us.
Wednesday.
I think Last of Us might need to go down.
I was just about to say move
I was
Last
gonna
of Us
say
down.
the opposite.
Oh,
you're gonna move it up?
Really?
I was thinking about it. I was like, it's a better season than
No, to me
Ironheart
it was
and Alien.
disappointment.
I-
But I think that shows that we should leave it where it is.
It's funny because I think Abby's right. It was a better show than those shows, but it was also a bigger disappointment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a bigger disappointment. It had more to live up to.
I think like the highs of that show are up there with the highs of any show that we are ranking.
Yeah.
But also, I would say that about Alien Earth. Like the highs of Alien Earth,
The highs
I'm
of
like,
Alien Earth
oh,
were very
they're so
good.
high. But overall, we got to take it on an overall.
Yeah.
I think
Is there
leave
anything-
it there.
We can move Wednesday down.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Abby,
We're
you're the
gonna
only
do
one that's
anything
watched
Thought
else-
about it more.
Anything else we think is worth reevaluating?
No, this looks
I'll
perfect.
toss
to me.
out if we have just one. There's a call in the chat. A couple
Yeah.
people have mentioned the show. I'm surprised we forgot about it. Peacemaker season 2.
Oh, I loved
Dub,
it.
Dub H Dub saying no Peacemaker season 2, and you're right, Dub H Dub. That's
You're
an oversight on
right,
our
and
part.
I think-
I loved it.
I
Yeah.
got
Pretend
addicted
we
to
have a thumbnail for that one. I think I would put that one in. It was a show.
Oh,
No,
wow.
you guys would have it higher.
I was so excited.
I really liked
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would put it somewhere in the middle of it was good at least.
You know, my equivalent of Berg quibbling with the logic of Severance is James Gunn's musical taste.
Why are there so
and
many
writing
concerts?
every single character to
Oh.
love obscure bad hair metal.
Oh,
like is
but I love
maybe the deal
obscure
breaker
bad
for me.
hair
But
metal.
overall, maybe the rest of the show is fun. But
I love obscure hair metal, so I was into it. I'm old, so
Okay, so do we feel good about our this tier list for 2025?
Yes.
bad.
I feel
feel
good.
like we've been fair. I'm sure people will have that. Don't you feel like maybe series even over films are so subjective.
Yes, well, there's
People
so
have
much
their
in there.
taste.
I mean, you say
Yeah.
that, but like also we didn't have any real
We
strong
didn't disagree too
disagreements.
much.
Like we had one or two, but
I mean, you guys are
was-
wrong about Severance, but other than that,
And maybe some of the subjectivity is like all of these are kind of tightly bunched genre-wise.
Yeah.
Where if you start including like broader genres, right? Like how you feel about reality or competition or romance or like all these other categories we're not talking about, there'd probably be a lot more variance.
That's why I think it's a feat that the Pitt is up there because like I love nothing more than genre shows. So the fact that my top pick of 2025 was a straight like medical drama is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. To me, it's insane. So it should be a lesson to all of you.
And like again, we biffed on Peacemaker season 2, but what's a show that is not on there that was really important to you in 2025? I'll start Task, which apparently, much like the Pitt, is coming back already next year.
oh, really?
There's going to be
hell
supposedly,
yeah.
I don't think the dates haven't been confirmed, but supposedly we're going to get new seasons of The Chair Company and Task in 2026.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to see
okay.
what else came out this past year because
Mine
my
would
brain is
be
mush.
Yeah.
Summer I Turned Pretty.
Okay.
Season 3 finale. Belly
Now
did
is that
choose
up there
Conrad.
with Pretty Little Liars or Big Little Lies?
All the
No.
same show. All the same show.
Or We Were Liars?
We Were Liars. All very different. No.
Anything with liar or pretty or
I'm
big.
trying
Yeah.
None of us, we didn't mention Adolescence.
Common side effects.
Okay, the animated Common Side
Studio?
Effects. The Studio. a
Common
big one.
side effects is so goddamn brilliant.
Okay.
It's so goddamn good.
Literally never heard
The aforementioned Gilded Age. There's I Love LA is currently broadcasting.
I did love the studio a lot.
Yeah.
Also,
I think was the final season of Silo was 2025,
No, I think there's still
or a season of Silo.
a
came
season
out
of
this-
Silo.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the final season of The Foundation, another Apple TV.
There was
high
also another
budget.
season of Hacks that came out, right?
Hacks, yes.
Adolescence was incredible.
Oh,
Oh,
Skeleton
Adolescence
Crew.
is great.
Yeah, one
Like
you already
the
just
end?
said it, but yeah, Adolescence
you
really
say?
was
The
great.
end of Skeleton Crew.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I think
like
also
Skeleton Crew.
I
a
did.
lot.
the-
That was 2025?
It was
yes, it wrapped over the
started-
holidays.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
like started
Also,
in December.
It's been a long
was
year.
the second season of Squid Game? Did that wrap
That
over
was
into
this
year?
year. And third
I don't
season.
know.
I don't know.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we did 2 videos.
I mean,
on the channel.
obviously the S tier for all of us: Beast Games, season 1.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going through.
Paradise. I enjoyed Paradise.
Oh yeah, Paradise. Another
Paradise.
show we are going to maybe attempt to cover on New Rockstars. And
I
Breakroom
enjoyed
next
it. It
year.
was good.
I need to watch The Lowdown. I've heard very good things.
Okay.
Oh, that's the Ethan Hawke
Yeah,
joint.
yeah, on FX.
Was the Nathan For You?
Oh, the rehearsal season 2.
Yeah.
I believe
Was
that
that
was
this
early
past
25. That would have
Yeah.
been high on
Someone
there for
put
me.
the Penguin, but that was not
No, that was
2025,
2024.
right? Okay.
That was
I was
fall
like,
of
if
24.
that was 2025, I truly have no concept of time.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was kind of concurrent with Agatha all along.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
right
yeah.
Before it, yeah. And then maybe this is a separate episode of the Break Room, but like looking forward, we've already talked about
yes.
the Pitt's coming back.
Yeah.
There will, a lot of shows that we talked about are having new seasons. And we're gonna have Lanterns.
Yeah.
Later, there's gonna be a House of the Dragon and Night of the Seven Kingdoms, 2 different Game of Thrones shows.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Vision Quest, Wonder Man, X-Men 97 season 2.
Very excited about that.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2, the final season of The Boys,
I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
and
Me
another
too.
season
Yeah.
of
That's gonna be good.
Invincible.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
It's kind of Eric and I were doing an episode of Sneak Peek earlier. We're talking about it's a good movie year next year, but it's maybe a better show year.
Ooh.
The Rehearsal. Someone remind me of
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Rehearsal.
yeah. The name
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Also great.
I think like
so good.
looking back at this year, there were good shows. I don't know how many of those that we just talked about captured the monoculture, or you know what I mean, in the way that like
Severance arguably
Severance,
had a
I think
moment.
was one of
I would
those.
say The Pit.
The
Yeah,
Pit,
I
I think
think-
the
I
Pit
think
did.
The
Obviously,
Pit.
Stranger Things did maybe more than
Yeah.
anything
Yeah,
else.
I mean they
Only
should if they're
Stranger
spending if they're
Things.
getting billions
Yes.
of dollars in those. Every time I turn on a commercial, it's like go to Target, Stranger Things,
but-
buy some gas,
I
Stranger
think like
Things.
looking forward to next year, especially the kind of shows we talk about, it feels like there's more shows that have the potential to kind of cross over into
I think
being like
Pluribus is going to be Severance season 2. Like Pluribus season 2.
okay.
people are going to
It's
catch
gonna-
up to
yeah.
it. And,
It's
I
hard.
think
Those
that's
Apple,
my
I've said it
theory.
before, but those Apple TV shows, they don't promote them well enough.
Slow
No.
Horses is incredible.
It is incredible.
There's already 11 seasons of slow horses.
Yeah. They really just need to like take some of their phone money and be like, let's throw a commercial on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or pay a little channel like Breakroom to. We'll watch all your shit.
We'll cover slow horses.
Morning show.
Morning show.
Yes.
So maybe that's a good opportunity to.
Yeah. Should we?
I'm sure, again, you're going to have no disagreements with any of our choices.
None.
Brian, screen grab it, send it to Anton, put it on socials.
Brian, what were you going to say?
I just want to do a quick look at what the last year's list was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go to the final list with what we anticipated at this point last year. So Brian's got it. My eyes are still too bad to
it's
see
kind
what's
of
going
accurate.
on.
We had Severance and Andor in the top tier. We had Gen V in the top tier. We had
Lotus?
Invincible. Here,
What the hell is Black Rabbit?
Eyes of Wakanda we had in top tier.
Yeah, Zach, use your eyes of Wakanda to read what's on that
You've
screen.
been on this, Sean.
Righteous Gemstones. We had Daredevil, Born Again in the top tier. The Last of Us top tier. Some shows we didn't talk about. Black Rabbit.
I don't even know what that is.
Netflix show, I believe.
Ironheart.
Marvel Zombies, Welcome to Derry, Ironheart. Oh, we had Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It was delayed.
Yeah.
Yellow Jackets and the Bear, 2 shows we didn't talk about. One Piece did not come out this year. That got pushed to next year.
Oh, Untitled Vince Gilligan series.
There it is.
Yeah.
Chad Powers, we failed to make any of our lists. 0 Day.
That was the Robert De Niro one, right?
Wow.
Kind of miniseries. Suits LA and Dexter Resurrection were in our Only If I Have To category.
And we didn't watch them.
We didn't have to.
What about anyone weighing in on our chats here and saying how smart we are?
We just got a lot of people here. Sarah Hatchadorian saying word for word, I agree with Berg that Severance should be wherever Berg places it.
No, I don't think that's what she said.
No, it's definitely not. She said she'd drive up to Manitoba to fight me to make Severance rating higher.
Yes. Kick him in the shins.
Got a lot of people talking nice things about. Sarah's already piping and going, no. We got a lot of people saying good things about Heated Rivalry, which I've heard a lot of positive buzz about.
What's that on?
Netflix, I believe.
Yeah.
Adaptation of a book. I believe it's Queer Hockey Players. Is that correct?
Okay, I'm not familiar.
I think that's already been renewed for a second season.
Not worth the watch. Studio.
Love the Studio.
The rehearsal was appointment viewing for sure for Abby4586, Abby's burner account.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, you're
a multitasker.
That's me right now.
Good multitasking.
Some people asking what we think about Fallout based on just one episode. It's difficult, as Gina was saying, but I thought the first episode was great.
I admit I've had so we're covering so much stuff right now that I have not had time to.
I haven't seen the first episode yet.
To watch it.
I really like that first. I like that first season, and Abby's giving thumbs up to
the first episode of the new season very quickly makes you go like, right, that's what this show is, and I'm happy to have more.
I mean, I love the first season, and we're gonna have a breakdown coming out of episode 1.
Maybe right now.
Honestly,
depending on.
Yeah, we got everyone who can do the bacon passes sitting here.
Josh did my responsibilities.
No. Josh was being slow. We're getting thumbnail meta, so it should be out soon.
Oh.
Yeah, Jessica's gonna be covering that all season long.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know. I think that's a pretty good. We did it. We did it.
No fist fights like when we were voting on Halloween candy.
Yeah, well, that's a more fraught subject. Because you got your sour freaks. And then you got the people who know that Butterfinger is underappreciated and the number one.
I mean, and then you got the peanut M&M's head,
That's
like
right.
me and Zach here.
The one true God.
I think we won out.
Is there a cake this time?
Oh yeah, what are we gonna burn this time?
We actually might have a couple cakes that have shown up.
We'll go check.
Do we light them on fire? Or
These are
you'll see. Honestly, stick around.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, well, that's it for today, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to the Breakroom channel on YouTube and give us a follow on Twitch, where we also do these videos live. Does anyone have any socials they'd like to plug? Gina, Abby, Zach, not me. Okay, follow us on Breakroom.
No, but go watch the Gremlins video on the Witching Hour.
Oh, yeah, go watch Gremlins on Witching Hour. Yes,
it's really
please.
good. You'll love it.
Yeah, follow the Breakroom on all the social channels. Breakroom NR on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. That's it. We'll be back on Friday with more flawless takes. We'll see you guys then. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.